Your hair looks really good.
Thanks, buddy.
I like your t-shirt.
Thanks, man. I like my t-shirt too.
Your shorts are okay too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I got
Pretty
them,
classic.
These shorts I actually got from a friend of mine. He's actually works with Gymshark.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and if you click his link, you sometimes get to go to these sales where you get stuff for cheap. It's pretty cool.
He sounds like a dickhead.
Oh, he's an absolute fucking twin.
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
Good morning, party people. Welcome to the breakdown.
With your friends, Nathan, Johnny. We are your friends, and you always hang out with us. Speaking of friends, Nathan and I were having this chat last night on the way home from the Make Them Suffer show. And what we were talking about was the fact that as we are going to more and more of these shows together, we are having more and more of you come up and say hello and introduce yourselves. And upon going to multiple shows, it's really cool that we're at a point where we have so many of you that, you know, we've already met and you're comfortable to just come up and catch up with us and just have a little chat. Talk about the show, talk about life. We really like that sort of stuff.
Having said that, if any of you come up to me again, like happened last night, and say, "Oh, are you gonna get some blast beats happening today?" You're not friends. You're not welcome.
I actually read this morning in the comment section for something like, Nath loves a finger blast, and I was just like, you kind of...
Yeah, I think the question was, you reckon Johnny be doing any finger blasting tonight? And I just said, I was like, you can leave. You're not welcome here.
If you're confused, this is Nathan. I'm Johnny. We have Instagrams where you can follow that and see that and then recognise who we are, so you can relate that to real life, and you won't mix us up.
Actually, it's pretty funny when people come up and go, "Hey!" to you though. I like that. I haven't had anyone call me Johnny yet, thankfully.
Have you?
No.
Okay. Thankfully.
It's like the slow cogs ticking over. Today we're checking the brand new track from Architects, a new Moral Low Ground. Full transparency, we have listened to the album. So we're not going to pretend like it's our first time hearing it. However, we haven't checked out the visualizer that's coming with this one. And also, there's a ton of requests for us to check this one out. So we're more than happy to support our boys in Architects because we like them a lot.
Yeah, we do absolutely love Architects. And it's a good opportunity for us to still just talk about the song as well. So, their direction, their change in sound has been quite a topic on the internet of late. So we're happy to have a listen with you guys and give our thoughts on it.
Yeah, this is off the upcoming album, The Classic Symptoms of a Broken Spirit, which is out October 21st, which is so soon, you guys. So I'm really excited for everyone to get their ears around that bad boy, because we're big fans. I'm not a big fan of Johnny, but you guys already knew that.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. We love yous. Let's go.
3, 2, 1!
Like and subscribe.
I guess that I can stop if I'm getting you down. I'll keep myself on a leash if I were born to hang.
Wow, this is an interesting visualizer. Look at the people turning into buildings.
This visualizer is really cool. I like the way everything's like morphing and kind of going the whole way through.
Yeah, it's wild. How do they do that?
Do you need me to go through and explain how animation works, or...?
It just looks different to standard animation. That's my point.
Okay.
It looks very different.
Okay.
It's an interesting and very individual style of animation. Like, it doesn't look cartoony, so to speak.
I disagree.
You reckon?
What define cartoony?
You know, like anime? I don't know. I fucking...
There's so many styles of cartoon.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just... I've never seen animation like this, is all I'm saying.
Okay,
it's
sure.
Very individual, original.
I really, really love the guitar work in this song.
Yeah, it's cool. And obviously, getting that sort of heavy Sam vocal that we've come to love.
Yeah. But also the big sing-along factor that they can kind of build with this, and that's where what I love that Architects has done is they've created songs that you can actually get a lot of crowd engagement from.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Why don't you stick around? It's just a game, but we live on the edge of the same. We like that and we're heading to the top road. We start a day at trash when we're faced with the shade and the narrow.
I love that industrial tinge.
Yeah, it's so good.
But that's the price that you pay for
It's
yourself.
so sick.
One love for your enemy. 2 steps from the edge of your sanity. 3 strikes for the cavalry. You got me close to the bone. 4 walls that you'll never see. 5 wings for a taste of humanity. 6 feet for the travesty. You got me close to the bone.
I love this section. It's so cool, so different for them.
Close to the
See the strange shimmer about it as well? Like,
I'll keep myself on a leash.
transitioning between each object is so cool.
Never be drowned.
A little bass toes.
Stranger Things vibes.
Yeah. Even has a bit of like the underground look.
Those layers coming in are sick. Chord progression is so fucking cool there.
One love for your enemy. 2 steps from the edge of your sanity. 3 strikes for the cavalry. You got me close to the bone. 4 walls that you'll never see. 5 wings for a taste of humanity. 6 feet for the travesty. You got me close to the bone.
It's short and sweet, that song.
It is. It is. Selfishly, I would have liked to hear the halftime come back in at the end with maybe an aggressive vocal line to end it. But that's just me sort of wanting a little bit more of that song because I really enjoyed the song. Yeah, that was sick. It's such a cool song. It's probably one of my faves off the album. And that's not even just because of the heaviness of the vocals. It's because of, for the most part, it's the guitar progression. It's the chord progression. It's so accessible, but it still has such a thick, heavy tone to it.
Oh, he loves it thick, don't you?
A bit of a thick boy.
You're a thick boy. Yeah, you're right. It does. I mean, we can just say this now. We've got a chat with Sam coming up. We have already filmed it. We just have to hold off a while. So, and we talked with him about
Spoilers
this.
in there.
Yeah, there's heaps of spoilers in there, so we can't release that interview yet. However, this is one of the ones where we did talk about the fact that there is that love and that you can hear the influences in the music.
Yeah.
And you really can in this song, for me, hear those quite clearly, where they've got those elements from and what's inspired them and what's made them sort of go in the direction they have. And I'm so excited to see how this stuff translates live.
I am hoping that, I mean, look, they've released it as a single, so I'm assuming it's going to be a staple of the live set. I am hoping that they have that visualizer on a screen in the background, which would be really
that's
cool.
that's a really good point. The way that technology's gone and a lot of these shows, like a while back we watched Alpha Wolf and we were so impressed with the visuals that match the songs. I want to see more bands doing that, and like I know Bring Me do that heaps for their stuff now. They've got like all the big call outs that come on the screen and stuff. Architects are at that level where that sort of thing can happen. I know it's a lot of production, there's extra money that goes into those things, but it's so sick and it just enhances the experience.
Yeah, for sure. Alpha Wolves was the best I've seen. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it
the
was
one I
fan-
enjoyed the most. It was so. Is that like Third Eye Visuals that does that one.
I don't know
Was it?
who does
But
that because I know
either
one of the
way, it
guys in
was
the band does a
so-
lot of that techie
Sabian
animation
does
stuff.
a lot of it. Yeah. But that was so great. And yeah, I would love to see something like that. And I think that it could really, even if it was to a point where it almost made them sort of silhouette-esque on the backdrop of it, like would be really, really cool because I think it would just add to the experience of that song. That for me is basically a perfect marriage of old and new Architects in the sense that it's a bit more upbeat and we get like Sam's heavy vocals, but it is still so based around the progression of the song towards these big melodies. And I think that midsection was really cool because it was a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's not where you would expect it to go in a song that started heavy, but it's not like they did the sort of just standard
Cliche.
let's just put a cliche interlude in. It was
Yeah.
really pulled back. The timing of it changed, like the vibe of it changed, and then kicking into the halftime with a really cool guitar solo that wasn't too flashy and allowed you to notice both the guitar solo and the chord progression.
It
Which
had a
was
really
cool.
interesting tone to it too, which I love. That's something that experimented more on these last few singles.
Yeah,
is
the
fact
synthy
that-
bass tone is so prominent.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it works.
is.
It works.
It's going to be really interesting as well seeing. I'm consciously aware of not harping on about like bands changing their sound a bit and like if you're not with it, whatever. But the people that be like, I miss Holy Hell. That's the last good album they kind of put out because it's the last one that's super heavy. I wonder if those people who actually, if they go and watch them live, are going to experience just how, because there is so much heaviness to the music now. It might not be as like blast beaty, but it's heavy in a different way. I wonder if they're still going to get that like experience out of it and that joy out of it.
I think they will, man, because a lot of these songs, you need to remember that these bands, like their livelihood is live music. That's what it is. Playing live and getting these songs out there for people to connect to face. And I think a lot of people sort of, I understand that some people might find it hard to get that intense connection to a song if the song doesn't hit them as hard, in an abrasive sense. But live is where these songs do translate well. And when you've got bands like Parkway and Brimmy and Architects that are going to bigger venues, bigger crowds, they need to consider like the way that the sound travels, and not only that, but playing for 2 hours.
Yeah.
There needs to be dynamics in the set. There needs to be vibe. There needs to be flow. Like they need to take you on a ride, because otherwise you're going to sit there for an hour, 2 hours watching a band that's just like crushed you sonically. And obviously some bands are great for that. Like if you go and see death metal or deathcore,
Yeah.
you expect it. But with a band like this, it's all about creating an experience. And I think these new songs mixed in with the older stuff is going to give people that experience, and it's going to hit them live. Those tones and those slow, heavy, infectious riffs are really going to translate well live.
Yeah.
And like Sam says in our chat, spoiler alert, like he knows that people might say they don't like it, but they'd never say it to your face, and they're going to come up and still say, yeah, I enjoyed that. You know what I mean? Live. So
I'm going to say to his face, oh, I didn't like that.
that's all right, mate.
God, can you go home and practice accents?
Nope.
Or at least record yourself
Nope.
so you can hear how much pain you put me through.
Nope. I'm going to do them right here. I'm going to let you experience it firsthand. Just me and you.
First what?
First and. Just me and you. And you
The
get
problem
in
is
my
it's not
accents.
just me and you, it's all these dickheads who watch us being like, "Yay, Johnny!"
How dare you call them dickheads? They're lovely bloody people.
I'm not saying
I
you're
love
lovely,
you
but
all.
you are dickheads. If you like us and you continue to watch us, you are dickheads. And I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Dicks.
What he said.
Hey, let us know what you thought about the song. Are you excited for the album? What's been your favourite of the singles coming up, and why?
Yeah, good call.
Thanks, man.
I'm really excited to talk about the album with people too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Dicks.
Thanks for watching. Go, Daddy.